it just be like that. Sometimes ain't shit you can do about it. But what's going on? What's going on? Yo, come on in. Come on in, man. Sorry about the delay. But come on in, man. We still gonna talk some Falcon football. Yeah, we still gonna talk some Falcon football, man. Things happen. Life happens. But Dirty Bird gang, if you still in the chat, man, you damn sure said they were gonna get blown out. You said
man, bro, it's so crazy. It is so freaking crazy. I almost darn near called the score because people was asking me at the stadium. They was like, "What do you think?" I said, "Well, if my fandom is in it, we gonna win this game 27-24 or 24-21. Either way it goes, it's gonna be by 3." And I said, "But if I take my fandom out of it, we finna lose this game 34-17." And I will close like if Darnell Mooney catches that at the end, like maybe we get close to that score, but yeah,
that was a bad call. That was a bad call.
Man, it was bad. Let me tell you something. I've seen, like, I was on the field today, so I seen quite a few bad calls today. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, man. But we ain't gonna bore y'all with all that, man. We just gonna.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, Smitty.
Sit back and blow a blunt or something while we talking, because
get yourself a cocktail or something, man. Go ahead and get you a shot or something, man. Whatever you need to get yourself through the night, because I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what's frustrating about this game? It'd have been different if the second half happened the entire game, but to go into this game and have opportunities in this game for the Atlanta Falcons, you think about it. Jamal Agnew actually, had a decent return. Got it to like the Seahawks, like I think it was like the 35. They was at the 35, 37 yard line somewhere from my vantage point. And then we only managed to get a field goal in the possession, so their defense was able to bow their back. Then think about it again, Smitty. We had an interception. Shout out to AJ Terrell for helping cause that interception by Mike Hughes. What happens? We end up getting the freaking field goal blocked.
You got to capitalize. And bro, I don't know what the hell going on, but the last 5 games, we were the best team in the NFL in the red zone. Today, in the red zone 4 times, did not score a single touchdown. So tell me what happened. And you want me to tell you what happened? There you go. There you go. And the bad part about it, bro, not only with the execution, it's situational play calling. How long we been talking about that? Since the Arthur Smith days. And so that's been a good 4 years, I think. So you mean to tell me different regime, same coaching mistakes? And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, Chris. Drake London didn't play that game, and we knew he wasn't gonna play. He might not play no more this season, but I would let him play. Yeah, but I know he got to meet them stipulations in the contract. But at the same time, you got to think about long-term health.
Yeah, right. Think about it, bro. Shoot, we without Zach Harrison for the rest of the year. Brandon Dorlus did not play today. So I mean,
but again,
we got injuries, but they got injuries too. So it's like,
but Chris, that's what coaching come in. That's what you get paid to do. Mm-hmm. When one person go down, what they say, next man up.
Next man.
So that means next coach up. Coach them players for all of them to get on the same page to function as a unit. It's too much individuality going on the field, and you see it firsthand. If they not the first perfect example, and I said it while the game was going on, I said it before it happened. I said BJ gonna touch the ball about 3 or 4 straight times to start the game. What do they do to start the game? 4 straight touches to start the game.
4 straight touches. It did. My thing is, this was a team that, was pretty tough against the run. I think for the most part, the Falcons, did a pretty decent job trying to run against this team. They just didn't stick with it.
Absolutely.
We still put up 120 yards on the ground. They give up, but I think what it was, like a little bit over 100 maybe. And
88 to be exact, rushing.
88. We put up 120 yards, but we did not stay with the run. And part of the reason why, that second half, bro, like, again, I never would have thought, well, I know we had the talent, but I never would have thought going into halftime this game would be tied. I kid you not, bro. I went to the bathroom and I went and did one other thing, came back. By that time, halftime was over. I just walked out to the Seahawks celebrating on the sideline, and I look and I see that it's now 13-6. I'm asking everybody, what just happened? What just happened? Oh, Rashid Shaheed happened. 100-yard kickoff return. Special teams, yet again, letting down the Falcons. Why? Because you have these gaps. That man was untouched. That man, like, you think about last week, what did the Jets players said that he saw? Gaps, and he just hit the gaps because the gaps are there.
Yep.
And same difference this week. You played such a decent first half as far as like on defense, being able to stop this team. Yeah, they moved the ball a little bit, but you still bowled up your back to stop the team. Offense, they did sputter. Again, I've already talked about that. But regardless, you were in the game coming out of halftime, and boom, that was a momentum swing. Then, Smitty, I got to keep it real. If we're going to jump on one player, we got to jump on the players when they mess up. Bijan Robinson. I love Bijan Robinson. I'm glad Bijan Robinson is a Falcon. But Bijan Robinson fumbles too much for A1 Forever Sports. Bijan Robinson fumbles too much for Chris Tipmore. I'm just being honest with y'all. That's just how I personally feel. I love him, but he has got to secure that ball way more often than he does. Do you guys know that Bijan Robinson has 7 career fumbles? He hasn't been in the league long now.
But, bro, let's be real. Let's be real about it, though. He knows why he fumbles the ball. He lackluster when it comes to carrying the football. I've been saying that shit for 2 years. Anybody know if you make the type move that he made, even Barry Sanders, when he carried the football, it wasn't as loose as Bijan carries it, because Barry Sanders, he was 5'8", about 200 pounds, and he carried the ball close to his body. Bijan carried the ball like a loaf of damn bread.
Loaf of bread.
You can't do that. I mean, it's okay to want to be flashy. It's okay with that. And that's probably the way, he plays the game. But at the same time, you got to think about turnovers. You got to think about, momentum in the game, because after that kickoff, like you was talking about, I knew after that kickoff the game was over. Why? Because they played so hard the first half, and to see something like that, like the special team coach not having that part of the damn team prepared, the rest of the players just said, fuck it the rest of the game. Let's keep it real.
Hold on, Smitty. Hold on, fam. Fam, listen to me, though. Hear me out. I'm not saying that you're wrong. Yes, he has 2 fumbles this year. He had 1 fumble last year, 4 in his rookie year. So that's still 7 in his career. My thing is not just about the fumbles, and that is not the reason why we lost. But I will say the mixture of the special teams with Rashid Shaheed scoring that touchdown, I didn't think the game was over then. But when Bijan Robinson fumbled on the 8 freaking yard line, that is the momentum swing.
Yep.
They went and scored off of that as well. Now you're down 20-6. You were still in it, even after Rashid.
Right.
If you go down and you score, guess what? It's tie game.
Facts.
It's 0-0. But you fumble on the 8-yard line. It's when the fumbles happen. It's situational. It's winning the game or losing the game within the game, family. That's all I'm saying. At the end of the day, if we're going to get on somebody, we got to get on them. You can't have that happen. Bijan fumbles too much in critical situations. That's all I'm saying.
We got to clean that Chris up. Off. He started preaching, boy.
Bro, I'm just saying, like, regardless, it don't matter who it is. It could have been Drake. Remember, there was a time when Drake London used to fumble in critical situations inside the red zone. It's where you're doing it, when you're doing it. You can have one fumble the whole entire season. You think about it. Let's talk about another team. Remember when Derrick Henry fumbled a few times this year? And when he did it, critical situations, and they lost the game.
Yep.
Same difference. Fam.
It's called a momentum swing. It's just that simple. When think about it, and a lot of people they just overlook these things. And I guess really they don't know the definition of a momentum swing. And momentum swing can happen at any point of the game. It can happen at the beginning of the game. It can happen at the middle of the game. And it can happen at the end of the game. It just depending on what happens. Think about those two key plays that he's talking about. You look at like I said, the kickoff return for 100 yards. That could eject the team. Then series later, they drive all the way down the field after getting the ball back, drive 80-some yards, just to damn fumble inside the damn 20.
That's a double whammy.
That's a momentum swing.
That's a double whammy, man. And I'm sorry again, love Bijan Robinson. I ain't saying that I want to get rid of him. None of that stuff. You're not going to hear none of that crap. All I'm saying is when you're wrong, you're wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But guys, I feel like I'm not wrong on this. It's just when he does it. If he fumbled, let's say midfield and everything or something like that, okay. A fumble is still a fumble, but it's just where we were right there. The defense was on his heels, and Bijan fumbled. Right. I'm sorry. For me, outside of the Rashid Shaheed, yes, that was a big blow. But if we score there, it negates it to a degree, and we right back in the game. It's 0-0. But because that happened, and then they go down and capitalize points off turnovers, then now you're down 20-6. When you look up at that scoreboard as a player, because I was on the sideline today, y'all, I'm going to tell you exactly what I saw. Dejection. I'm going to tell you exactly what I saw.
How many weeks we've been saying that, Chris?
Up, but it's just
how many weeks we've been saying that, though? How many weeks we've been saying that the player been looking dejected? How long?
It's different when you're on that sideline and you can kind of see it. I'm not going to lie. The first half, those guys were fired up because, again, the defense was playing lights out, holding the Seahawks of all people. You know what I'm saying? To 6 points in the first half, they're not used to that. Their coaching
and the crazy thing, Chris, they took advantage of Sam Darnold's weakness in the first half. He was, I think, tied for the league in interception with 10. And I said in the preview, if you could pick him off in the first half and routed him, you might have a chance to win this game. But what did they do? They sacked him, they routed him, they intercepted him, but they could not adjust in the second half. So therefore,
and shout out to
they didn't have a chance.
Shout out to JPJ. Five sacks in the last 5 games, man. At least a 1 sack in the last 5 games. He's turned the corner again. Smitty has said it. I'll say it, and I'll say it for the both of us. F them picks. I ain't worried about that first round pick next year. We got a book in that's ready to go after the quarterback. We got Jalen Walker. We good. Let's move on to the second round. I'm not worried about them picks. I'm worried about the coaching staff. I'm worried about the play calling. I'm worried about all the things I'm worried about the dejection. I'm worried about the players. We have so much talent on that sideline. Bro, I even went to the Seahawks sideline, and I started talking to some of their coaches. They even agree.
Wow.
We have so much talent on our sideline.
But the thing is, Chris, we talk about it all the time. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't know how to manage it, or don't know how to, use it to its full potential, you lose it. And Tommy Gunn, I'm glad you brought this up because I talked about this last week. You got two of your key Pro Bowl players in Kadarius Hodge and Casey Washington sitting on the damn bench. It's healthy scratches. And if you're trying to blame them for what's going on special team, you're absolutely wrong. And see, this is the problem with this coaching staff. It's accountability. If you had accountability in the right place, probably could have turned the season around long before now. You fire out here, you try to make him a scapegoat, but yet and still, Zach Robinson and Marquise Williams still make the same bonehead damn mistakes with their damn coaching and the way their philosophies, and we still seeing the same mistakes every week. And the wide receiver core is so damn terrible, man. It's terrible. But yet and still, you fire him because of the decision you made not to put the adequate talent at the wide receiver position. So you can miss me with that. But a healthy scratch 2 weeks in a row for two of your best special team players, that sounds like an accountability problem to me. That's what it sounds like to me.
You want to hear a quote?
Yeah, go ahead.
Got a quote for you guys from our head coach, Raheem Morris. Question was asked about special teams.
Oh, shit.
And of course, how he starts it out, you got to go figure it out. It's not just one person at all. It's just not one thing to point at. You've got to go figure it out and look at the tape and try to come up with some answers. I mean, that just sounds very genetic. That sounds like a guy that doesn't know what's really going on, if you ask me.
That sounds like a guy running out of excuses. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
And Ron, to answer your question, the team gave up on him after the Miami game. Just like I told you they will when they lost to the Saints last year when they were 2-7, coming off a 7-game losing streak. How can you trust a coach that can't guide you to a win over a game that you're supposed to win? I think 4 of the games we lost this year, we were supposed to win. And 3 of them we were probably favored in. When we were 3-2, we were being talked about around the whole NFL. And then what happens? Ego kicks in. Oh, guess what?
Oh God! I'm so glad I was on the sideline today. Like God is good, because it's just so much that I was able to see. And even when I did have to go to the Seahawks side of things, like the Seahawks coaches and players, some of them was even just like, I'm just ready to end this and go home. Can we just end this? Like it's over. They're clearly out of it. They're clearly done. Stick a fork in them. I was like, hey man, I don't know. I'm ready to wave the white flag. Just end this. I mean, this is brutal. It was hit after hit. And then why are we throwing a screen pass on 3rd and 7, thinking we finna get somewhere, by the way, and it ended up turning into another pick?
Yep.
Like it's just like it was so many things that what's that thing that said things that make you go It was a lot of that today in the second half, especially.
Right. ATL Homer, go grab Deshaun Watson and things will change tremendously. Raheem ain't the problem. What you expect out of a 37-year-old quarterback that can't move on top of having a rookie offensive coordinator? He's not a rookie anymore. Newsflash. And Deshaun Watson, he's not going anywhere. He got an $80 million cap hit next year for the team because they kept kicking the can down the road. And now, if it's a dead cap space, they trade or cut him is $131 million cap hit, and they're gonna be half of your salary. You're gonna be playing with replacement players, so you absolutely cannot do that. But Zulu Warrior, thank you for the donation, my brother. He said it's time for Rod to go due to the simple fact that this team has better talent than last year, but got worse, and that's what we've been saying the whole season. Arthur Smith done more with less. And you're seeing it right now. And if Arthur Smith had this team and had a running back like a Bijan Robinson, even a glimpse of a quarterback better than what he had, and look, I'll be honest with y'all. I gave Marcus Mariota hell because that breakdance he did at the 50-yard line in Carolina. But he played
Still
better
get
than
beat off of that.
he played better than Taylor Heineke. He played better than Desmond Ritter. And to be honest, he's played better than Kirk Cousins at times. So it's coaching.
Bro, you think about it. This team that we have, first of all, you think about it, going back to the bye week, that early bye week, and now we're having like, all these different like little string of injuries here and there. That was kind of expected when you think about it too. But man, I ain't gonna lie, it's crazy because Kyler Murray is not gonna be with the Cardinals next year at all. Like, there's no chance of that happening. But will he end up
He
with the
gone.
Falcons? I don't know, bro. But I just go back to this game and so many times. Oh, and then let's talk about the time to when the Falcons defense had three or four freaking penalties helping the Seahawks get down the field in the second half as well. Some losing discipline. And also, ultimately, bro, I gotta go back to the head coach. I gotta go back to the coaching, because I mean, at the end of the day, the coaching is coaching, but the players, they still have to be disciplined too. So I gotta put it on the entire team. This was a complete team defeat. Everybody was deflated in that second half, especially when you look at that scoreboard and you start seeing that score just continue to go up. You're trying to make moves. You're trying to move the ball, but you make a mistake after mistake, and they are a good team. You can't give good teams extra momentum. I was saying it on the sideline. I was like, man, listen, the Seahawks are already 9-3. They don't need any help doing anything. We said it in the preview. You got to play some of your best ball to even stand a chance. And in the first half, one side of the field, with the defense, they did. The offense, they were sputtering, but at least they still put up 6, I guess.
Fact.
But still, bro, that second half, bro, the tale of two halves, the adjustment game, the winning the game within the game. That's what, I'm saying, good coaching staffs and good teams do. They're not 9-3 by accident. Excuse me. They're not 10-3 by accident.
Nope. And one thing they're very good at, and they said it during the damn preview show, they was good at adjusting with whatever was going on the field. And they talked about it during the game. And to talk about Clint Kubiak, that's been one of the guys that's been brought up a lot. But if Raheem Morris is fired, which I think he won't be, but if he is, Clint Kubiak is a name that I would look out for. But honestly, I still would like a veteran coach. I still would rather have a veteran coach, because we tried that first year thing the last 3 times. Because Dan Quinn first time, Austin Smith first time, well, Raheem Morris second time, but really third time, and then third time wanted to chump for his ass. So I would still rather go with a veteran guy. I'm gonna just keep it real.
Mm-hmm. Nah, for real. At this point, man, it's just like I just want veteran everything. Just about. I mean, you can go rookie in certain areas, like with players and stuff. You not necessarily supposed to go rookie with coaching staff. I was never with that. Never with that. Slim, what's good, man? Said the offense didn't do anything in the red zone. Yes, and Smitty was talking about that earlier. How we was one of the best teams in the red zone last 5 weeks. But again, they didn't give you anything. Only 6 points. You got to score touchdowns against this squad. We talked about that in the preview. But anyway, then when the kickoff return scored for the touchdown, you could tell that the whole team just gave up. Again, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I feel like the team was done when Bijan fumbled and they went and capitalized points off turnovers. When they looked up at that scoreboard and seen that they still had 6 and they were down 20 to 6 Seahawks, they knew they do not have the firepower, the coaching, the know-how, the willpower to come back on this team. And what did that team keep doing? The same thing that we always want the Falcons to do. Stomp on a team when you got them down.
Yep.
And that's what
something they struggle with for a long time, Chris. Not
They
just now.
stomped us out. Yeah, you're right, Smitty.
Yeah. T-Hamp. Yeah, karma comes in a funny way sometimes. And, it might not even be karma for his karma for the whole organization. And to me, it goes always back to Mike Vick, but we're not going to get into that. That's just my personal opinion. Because when you have a star player, you need to stand behind him no matter what. Steelers stood behind Ben Roethlisberger, but that's another conversation for another day. But it happens.
Yeah, that's crazy because, and you want to know something too, Smitty? Going back to that statement, I always wondered if that would come back to haunt him.
Oh, I knew
always did.
I knew it.
I know. Yeah, I know. Behind the scenes, talking about it. I remember. Yeah, we talked about it. You said that may come back to hurt him later, and it did, man. Jeez, Joe Burrow. I love Joe Burrow, but he ain't going nowhere.
You had to give up a Keen ransom to get him, and that ain't gonna happen.
You may have to give up JPJ and Jalen Walker.
Yeah, and 3 first round picks.
I'm good.
So it ain't even worth it. Mac Jones, we got to wait to see what's gonna happen with the coaching situation. Then we'll know exactly which way we'll go. But Indiana, that was a kind of surprise to me in a way. But I think Mendoza solidified himself as the number one quarterback in next year's draft.
Yeah,
with that game.
I think the Cardinals go after Mendoza.
Yeah, because I think Kyler Murray gone. And if y'all didn't catch my Kyler Murray video, please go check it out, and I give y'all the reason why I think he could be an option for the Falcons. Not saying that he's going to come here. And the funny thing about it, sometimes you can just talk things up. Because as soon as I start talking about Kyler Murray just out the blue, and I was using it as an example, the shit started popping up on national social media and all that. So maybe I talked up on something, or maybe somebody watching that I don't know that they watch.
How y'all doing? See you.
Yeah,
like to see you again.
But yeah, it's just that bad, man. But we're gonna let y'all on in, right quick, man. Talk some Falcons with us live, so y'all can pop in for a second, and y'all know the rules, man. It's been a long day already, and it's been a long day, man.
I mean, it's just like at the same time, it's like, what else can we say? It's just like, fam, we've been like fam, us as fans. Well, first of all, us as content creators, and then the fans, we've been saying the same things week after week after week after week, and it's just like, what else is there really to say? What is there really to say? It's been piss poor.
Just let it go. That's all you can say. Yeah, Tone. I checked out too, man. After that Dolphin game, ask Chris. I said it's downhill from here, and there ain't no way you can fix it. Let's keep it real. Hey, Jew, that's what it is on repeat. And if y'all hear all the content creators saying the same thing, it's still the same damn problem. So the only way to change things and to make things better, make changes where the changes need to be made. If you're gonna keep Raheem Morris, you better put some solidified coaches behind it. And that means you probably gonna have to find 2 new coordinators, offensive coordinator and special teams coordinator. And if you don't hit on them, we're gonna be in the same position next year. But Dirty Bird Gang, come on in and talk to us right quick, my guy.
Hey, how y'all doing, man? Go Dogs, man, from yesterday. Let's get some power.
Go Dogs.
Yes, sir. Put the beating on them boys, man. Man, I'm just gonna go with the belt. Yes, sir. I'm gonna just go. Let me turn this TV down. I'm gonna go ahead and just say this, man. Let's just go back from where it all started with the Ike Hilliard thing. You get a coach who kind of calls you out on what we're doing, and questioning the lack of talent that you bring in at a wide receiver position. So you get rid of him. That just goes to show the arrogance and immaturity right there from the head coach. Go ahead, Smitty.
No, you had it. I said just like I just said. Bringing in, talent at the position, then you blame the coach for it when it's your inability to do so. And you had wide receivers out there you could have went and got. And like I said, to be honest with y'all, and I say it again, Drake London is not a number one on some teams. It's on this team because he's the only receiver. But on like a Dallas, like they got 2 number ones. he would be a number 2 or number 3 on that team. Let's keep it real. So if you want to make a difference, you got to make a tough decision this offseason whether it's going to be Bijan, Drake, or one of your other key guys. Now I know Jesse Bates, he gone. I mean, you can write that up and tell him I said it. He gone. So this offseason, these are simple things that you got to fix. Go ahead, Dirty Bird. My bad.
Oh no, you good, man.
No, I was just that was me. I was just saying I agree with your Jesse Bates thing. But yeah, go ahead, Dirty Bird.
No, I completely agree with y'all on Jesse Bates, man. You gotta you got your replacement and watch. You got to free up some cap room to try to add some more talent on this team. And then, just like with the kicking situation, at this point, you only can go with the wrong. You only can go with the wrongs. You had a whole season to bring in competition. You let go of Koo, and then you let go of another kicker you just signed. Now you bring one in. That's on you. After the Miami game, you get beat down. The whole team was lost. We all knew it. Y'all said it. I said it myself after that game. I was over the season over. The players quit. That just goes on. It's just no accountability, no leadership. It's finger pointing. It's just bad, man. It's very bad. And until we got to get some veteran coaches in here. Just like I'm just repeating everything y'all said. Because everything is coming to back to bite Raheem in the ass, and he deserves every single last bit of it. He won't get another stint as head coach. And I'm tired of him saying, I'm tired of that shit, man. I'm tired of him saying, hey, we gonna figure it out. Man, bro, you couldn't figure it out if he hit you in the damn head, bro.
Yeah, it's just that simple.
Ain't nothing else to discuss. But like I said, shout out to JPJ. But man, like I said, we can get individual shout outs at all we want to, man. We got to figure out how to get the right people in this organization, man, to start winning football games, because it's real sickening, man. It really is. To get the Bears at home like that, that just goes to show you how bad it is.
Yeah, that's true. Jew, you giving Drake the bag, huh? Okay. This is a strong wide receiver class coming up. If you want to save money and get on a young or get probably 2 solid wide receivers for that one, this will be the perfect time. I would throw the bag at him too, but with my options, just go ahead.
And one more thing I will say, Smitty, I know you, like I said, it's late. We need to go ahead, like you said. I'm not worried about that first round pick. We got it in JPJ. We need to take a different approach in the draft. Start trading up. Whoever comes in here, like I said, Raheem probably will be here. And if he is, that's not going to be good. Hopefully we get a new coach. But we got to start trading back, get more players in day 2 and day 3 instead. That'll fit our scheme, man. Because, just continuously, either trading up, we got to take a different approach. This whole organization got to take a different approach.
And the further we go up in the second round, the better opportunity we got to trade back. So it might be a blessing in disguise, but we'll see. But again, man, with Drake London, I give him the bad too, Jew. But honestly, if I got a chance to go get, two solid receivers, I'd take that. Because if you pay him the bag, then Bijan next year, and then they might be stupid enough to tag Kyle Pitts. Then we're looking at another Julio, Matt, and Dion situation. Especially with AJ Terrell, he still got a contract. So
hey, look at the players we could have had if we ain't bring Kirk Cousins in.
Man, please don't make us more upset.
I'm
but the crazy thing is with that Dirty Bird, if we don't give Kirk Cousins that contract, Michael Parsons will be in Atlanta instead of Green Bay.
Drew Dalman will still be in here instead of Chicago.
Honestly, I ain't want Drew Dalman back anyway. Let's be real.
He having one.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll take Dalman over Newsom.
Yeah, I would, but he won't worth $14 million, man. Come on.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yeah, I do agree with that too.
However, this offseason, Tyler Linderbaum is going to be on the market. Now, that's a guy you give $14 million to.
Hey, and you did mention that last week, too, when I asked y'all about, how the offensive line, as far as it is important moving forward, most definitely, I would want him here. That would be like an Alex Mack sign.
The only thing I'm worried about Linderbaum, if the Ravens offer him the same thing, whatever the Falcons offer him, I think he stays with the Ravens. Do think about it. Yeah, Alex Mack, he was coming from the Browns to the Falcons.
Yeah.
You think somebody want to leave the Ravens and come to the Falcons? Really?
Yeah, no. Oh, but I will give you this. It really depends on who it is. because if they come from an organization such as Baltimore, with a guy like Ozzie Newsome still behind the scenes, giving people pointers on how to draft and how to lure in free agents, I would bring in anybody from an organization like that. Just like when we talked about Mike Tomlin, I know people saying, but they talking about he gonna retire Steeler and all that. Look at where he comes from. That's the type of veteran coach you need. And if it's a young guy, you know what type of pedigree he's coming from. That is what we need to be feeding into. Positivity, structure, winning, all of that stuff. Because look at Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn had 2 great seasons with the Washington Commanders. This year, they just done fell apart. And like somebody said in the chat, what they doing Jay Daniel, they pull another RG3. He done hurt his elbow.
Bro.
I don't even know why he's playing anyway. Are you kidding me? I mean, that don't make no sense whatsoever, man. That's your franchise quarterback.
Really bad today.
But see, that's what happens when you part of a trash organization. They don't care about their players. All they want to do is sacrifice to win. And you can't do that. You can't do it.
Yeah, man.
Well, anyway, fellas, I'm gonna move on.
Question about Daniels, because I didn't like
appreciate you, Dirty Bird game.
Yes, sir, man. Yeah, yes, sir.
No doubt.
Yeah, yes, sir. No, I'm just saying. Question about Daniels is just like, do you think just because you mentioned RG3, do you think with him playing with that arm, that elbow, and everything like that? Like for me, I'm worried about him taking the wrong hit to the same arm again.
But I think it was the same arm. That's what I'm saying.
The left arm.
I think it was the left one again.
He hurt that. He hurt the left one again,
and he had already extended it, and it was slightly dislocated. But
that thing was definitely dislocated.
But see, that's the thing, man. When you trying to get desperate to win football games, shit like that happen. And let's be real, I hate for Dan Quinn to go into a situation like that blindfolded, because you got to think when he got there, they traded away their best defensive players. Chase Young got traded. Jonathan Allen got traded. The 2 best defensive players. Jaden Daniels. Who they brought in? Debo Samuel, who was out of shape in camp. Terry McLaurin, contract distraction. So just think about stuff like that, man. I mean, look, no coach deserves that, man. That's organizational dysfunction. And it's pretty much the same thing going on in Atlanta. But Ron, talk to us right quick, my guy. What's good?
What's up, y'all? I've been saying it. I had never trust Raheem. Never. To me, Raheem is a used car salesman. You know that plug got a lot of miles on it, and you trying to sell it to me?
Yeah.
And I get it. I drive it off the lot, and the MF break down. That's Raheem Morris, a car salesman.
But Ron, you remember having this conversation about I knew he was the wrong coach 2 years ago, right? Well, when he got hired. You remember me saying that when he got here, what did he do as an intern coach and let you know that he was going to be ready? Yeah, and don't get me wrong. He did win a Super Bowl with the Rams, but he was a defensive coordinator. That's totally different from being a head coach.
Right. And
so, go ahead.
The sad part, because Arthur Blank, he buddy with people. You gotta take that buddy out of the way when you trying to give somebody a chance. You gotta look at their past. What, like you just said, Smitty, what Raheem accomplished as the man, not as a part of a team.
Nothing. Yeah.
Okay, so so I look at Arthur Blank. Do you really want to win now? You say you do, but actions speak louder than words.
That's absolutely true.
That's
true. Argue that.
You hire Raheem, and you think Raheem learned something? What he learned? I could do a better job than him. Oh, let me see, y'all. Let me look at the scoreboard. Let me clap my hand. Let me smile for the video camera.
I admit, boy, you crazy. I admit, Ron. I do admit, like coming into it, with none of us necessarily. Well, most of us, because I do remember people saying, "Hey, man, we finally got the coach I wanted," etc. So I do remember some people vouching for Raheem, saying that they wanted Raheem the whole time. So I do remember.
No.
But I remember some people. But
let me
I
say
don't know
this.
if they were capping or not. But
let me say this. I'm the one that said I want to be a better chick.
Yeah,
why? He know how to win. I said that.
Yeah. A lot of folks is on the Belichick train too. I know Smitty was saying Mike McDonald. I was feeling that too. But I was thinking about our quarterback, and I was like, well, maybe Jim Harbaugh, just because of what he's done with past quarterbacks. Again, give me a track record. This coaching staff, I don't have a track record with y'all succeeding with a young quarterback, y'all developing him.
Right.
I know veterans like Kirk Cousins.
And that's the problem. Why he ain't hire people, his best friends.
Yeah, you can't do that.
I could y'all get a homeless man in Atlanta right now to do the same thing that Zach Robertson doing.
Yeah. Yeah, but the thing about it, man, if they wanted to, they didn't even have to hire Belichick as a coach. They could have just hired him as a GM.
Right.
And he probably would have been fine with that.
Right.
Yeah, he would have been fine with that.
You wouldn't have Terry Fontenot, and you definitely wouldn't have the other guy,
But
I get that. I've
been saying this for the longest. It started at the top. Ever since Smitty been on me, I've been telling Smitty it started at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it does. I'm sorry. It does.
So, Rich McKay, you been here way too long, player. What you brought to the team? Arthur Blank, do you really know football?
He told us he didn't. He wasn't no football guy.
So if you don't know football, why don't you go get a real person that know football from Kansas City, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Eagles, all these teams that been winning over the past 10 years.
Pedigree,
Seattle, 49ers, all these teams.
And y'all want to hear something crazy? Hear something crazy? Ever since John Lynch got there, his first year, he didn't know what the hell he was doing, but he had a plan. He stuck to that plan, but at the same time, he went. I think, as a matter of fact, I think Kyle Shanahan was his first coach and his only coach. But what did he do? He went to Kyle Shanahan. He said, "Kyle Shanahan, what you need? We're gonna bring in what you need. It's not what I want. You got to coach the team."
Right.
And they've stuck to that same blueprint. And even though they made it to Super Bowl, didn't win now, they still win the football game. They still got structure in place. Right. And at the end of the day, it always goes back to structure, and we do not have that in that now.
Right. Let me answer this comment in the chat right quick.
Okay.
Y'all.
Okay.
D-Mac, I'm not saying the owner will go anywhere, but bring people in that do know football. Don't bring, another Raheem. That's what I am saying. Bring in somebody that
I clear that up a little bit more for you, Ron. Basically, he's saying, if you don't know football,
don't come
go get you a GM. Go get you a GM and a front office president that can work together to build a foundation, build structure, and build a team the right way. And don't get me wrong, Terry Fontenot has not done a bad job. He just got caught up in the mix with making bad picks. Because I'm telling you, not all the picks that we drafted were his choices. Now, one thing that I do know, when they drafted Penix, that was not his guy. That was all Arthur Blank. Because he said it. He tried to trade all the way back up into the first round. After drafting Michael Penix to get Latu out of UCLA, that was his guy all along.
Latu was the pick.
So, and this is what I've been telling y'all. See, If y'all follow us and y'all we keep saying the same thing because we trying to twist and turn logic so y'all to understand where we coming from. When you have an owner that wants to do things like that instead of building the team the right way, the way the GM wants to, that's why you have dysfunction. That's why you have problems. Right. Because from what I've heard, Raheem wanted Kurt. Arthur Blank wanted Mike Penix. How did that make sense? How did that make sense?
Coach Cousins and Raheem boys. Again.
That's a tug of war, though. You think about no, I'm getting tugged this way by the head coach, and I get tugged this way by the owner. I definitely can't tell him no.
Right.
Absolutely.
So again, stop hiring your friends. Stop it.
Yeah.
Coach Raheem been on Coach Cousins for what? 14 years.
Long time since he was in Washington. Yeah.
Right. Hey,
and you think about it, this issue, what you were just saying about how we were just talking about it like this was a now thing. Terry was going through that with Arthur Smith too, because there's a few pitches that Arthur Smith had that was not Terry Fontenot's.
And he wanted Kyle Pitts. He wanted Kyle Pitts.
Yes.
So again, we need to stop hiring our friends and hire real football-minded people.
Right.
I've been saying it for since y'all been knowing me.
Yeah.
We got drug today.
And that's the thing, man.
Skull drug.
That's the thing, man. When it's that kind of dysfunction, it's gonna take a long time for things to get better. And the only way that happens is Arthur Blank got to sit back. Rich McKay got to get his ass out the way and let the GM do his job. And we can't say Terry Fontenot don't know what he's doing, because as I've been telling y'all, he was a scout. When he was in New Orleans, he put together one of the best offenses we ever seen. He tried to do it in Atlanta.
He was at the Georgia Bulldog game Saturday.
Yeah. But I guarantee you, he wasn't looking at no quarterback. He was looking at Zachariah Branch, or he was looking at the Leverett kid who had the interception, and he was probably looking at CJ Allen. There were three people he was probably looking at.
Or looking at the wide receiver from Alabama.
Jeremy Bernard.
Jerry Bernard.
Yeah.
Jeremy Bernard.
Number 2.
That's what I want.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing. I don't even do draft videos before January, but I had to throw that one out there because I watched that kid all season, and he has every tool that you need in that field.
Right.
And he reminds me of JSN, to be honest, because JSN is not a big receiver, but he's technical. He knows how to run routes, and he's very smart when it comes to finding holes in the zone. And you saw that today.
Right.
So
again, we need to stop hiring our friends that don't know football. Zach Robertson, you don't know nothing. You doing the same play what you did last year.
Let me ask y'all a question. It just hit me, and this is for the chat too. So y'all please chime in on this because I love.
Make sure you say it with your chest.
If we fire Raheem Morris, right?
Mm-hmm.
In order to possibly keep Jeff Ulbrich as defensive coordinator and keep that whole defense in line, would you guys be open to prying Robert Saleh from San Francisco?
Oh, hell yeah. Even though, and I'm gonna break it down why. Because I know some of y'all are saying, but he didn't do nothing in New York.
Trash.
Think about this. I told y'all the other day, I think the Jets have one of the worst owners in sports in Woody Johnson. Why?
What?
Look at what they just did. Their team is in it for so long. They still traded their two best defensive players. Hell, they maybe the two best players on the team. Outside of Garrett Wilson. But when you losing like that, you don't bust up a team with your two best players. You go build around those players. So when you look at that aspect, that lets you know when Robert Saleh was there, he didn't have nothing to work with in the front office because their GM, I think his name was Michael Douglas or something like that. He was making bonehead picks from the time he got there to the time he left. So if you bring a Robert Saleh, but the thing about this, now you talk about Robert Saleh, The thing about Robert Saleh is he is no nonsense guy, and that's what the Falcons need. But this is what I keep telling y'all: we can bring in somebody like that, but will Arthur Blank and Rich McKay relinquish the rights to let that man build a team that he wants? Because look at what he's doing with San Francisco's defense. When they played us 4 or 5 weeks ago, or whenever it was, he beat us with a damn near all rookie defense because his best player on defense, the middle linebacker, Fred Warner, out for the season with an ankle injury. And all of their cornerbacks were either rookie or second-year guys. And he made that team look like they've been here forever, and they beat us handily without a problem.
Yep.
So this is what you need to think about.
I'm going to go back. Remember when we played the Jets that year where I think with like Jesse Bates had that interception against the Jets when we was on the road that year? It was like 2 seasons ago or so. And everything. You got to remember, like, that team was bad. It had pass rushers and all that stuff like that, but that team was just bad. And then Robert Saleh had just been fired. And then you got Jeff Hubert trying to work it out and stuff. But my thing is, even like, and shout out to ATL JT, because I know he said he doesn't care for Jeff, to be honest. But I mean, you think about it, if Robert comes over, he possibly could tweak some things on for Jeff and everything like that, and they can help each other out. This team is way better than the Jets team.
Right.
I feel like we can at least agree on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
Let me ask y'all this. What OC y'all would like to have here? OC.
See, man, at first.
The Zach Robinson got to go. I got the moving truck outside.
Yeah, I feel you. No,
I'm not playing no games. I got the moving truck outside, gassed up. No brakes. He got to get out of AT Hill.
I ain't gonna lie to you. And for me, and I've been saying it, if you guys been watching it, this is the guy for me, Mr. Nate Ollie. Honestly, I really believe that Nate Ollie and Jeff Ulbrich together, that's really like what's going on. Because that defensive line and these guys, like he has that defensive line. Those guys do try to get after it. Do they always get home? No. And I know even I seen Albert Abacady, and he had Darnold dead to rights and he just missed him.
Right.
But he definitely gone.
Yeah, so it's just like, again, though, you have the effort there. Those guys are going after Nate Ollie. Is definitely one of the best offseason signings that we had this offseason out of anybody else.
Yeah.
So I take that in consideration. I want to keep Nate Ollie. I want to keep the defense, intact for the most part. Right. And honestly, if you bring over Robert as a head coach, you're going to have to figure out that offensive coordinator thing, but at least I feel like you're going to have that no nonsense that, hey, man, we got to go out here and win games. And, what I'm saying? You're going to have the right people on your team, because if they're not in, taking on the personality of the head coach, that hard-nosed type of personality, they're not going to be on the team anyway. And that's cool, because honestly, do we really want softies? Do we really want church boys?
No.
I'm not saying in life there's anything wrong with somebody like that, but on my football team, I don't need that. I need guys that are wanting to win and going out there trying to execute every single time. And
that's been our problem for the last 10 years. Troy Anderson.
Seeing him today.
This man at Grady Hospital right now got his picture in the most time a player been here. At Grady Hospital.
I seen Troy Anderson today. He like at the end of the game, I look up and I said 44.
Yeah,
was Troy Anderson. Yeah. I said, ain't that something?
He had a jersey on?
Nah, he was in street clothes. He had they had like these little warm-ups stuff like that.
T-shirt.
That they wear when and everybody that wasn't really playing, they kind of had like some kind of like little warm-up thing going on. But
but once again,
his 44 warm-up on.
We draft the wrong players. We draft the player that got that dog in there. Now we We got Georgia players, Tennessee players, but everybody else, Troy Anderson, what he good for?
Yeah.
He cannot be no middle linebacker because he don't know how to cover tight ends or running backs. So what he good for?
Point blank, where they made a mistake is take him in the second round. He was a project player, being a former quarterback and running back. That was poor scouting. Let's keep it real. And this is one name that keeps coming up. I don't know why. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. Mike McCarthy is a damn good offensive coordinator, damn good play caller. But and he's won a Super Bowl. Let's get that right. He's won a Super Bowl. But has the game passed him by?
Me personally, I just think he was with Dallas, and Jerry Jones would not let him do his thing. Personally, that's just my opinion.
Okay, yeah, I'm glad you said that. So, if Jerry Jones would let him do his thing, you think Arthur Blank them gonna do it? I don't think so.
I think he would have more pull than Raheem Morris. He do got Super Bowl. He was the man, or getting Green Bay to the Super Bowl and winning that Super Bowl.
Yeah,
he was not with the Jackson 5 like Raheem Morris or the Temptation.
Let him do his thing though, man. I mean, the thing about power struck front offices is they bad for business. You'll never be able to win a championship team because you'll never be able to add that final piece, because it's just like what I said with the two quarterbacks. If you got two people tugging at the key position, that's just like if they hire a new coach and he said, "Hey, I got an idea. I want to bring in Kyler Murray," but the front office saying, "Hey, I got another idea.
Right.
I want to stick with Michael Penn to see what he want to do." See, that's conflict of interest, and things like that can't fly in a front office in
if I'm a head coach and I'm trying to get this job, I would tell Arthur Blank, I would tell the front office, look, y'all did it y'all way. Y'all had not won nothing. Let me do it my way now. Yeah. You had not won nothing doing it your way.
I don't see that changing.
But if it won't change,
bro.
If it won't change, we will never win.
Yeah. But I got one more person in the back. We got to get out of
here.
Right.
Yeah, y'all be easy.
Bring him on in. Appreciate you, my guy.
All right.
No doubt.
Shout out to Ron,
my boy, man. Ron coming through, man.
Yeah, man. We ain't seen Ron in a minute, man. We had to let him, you know what I'm saying, kind of go
blow
off
some steam.
Bit, man. Yeah, man.
Last person of the hour, man.
Will, man. I already know you got some pink slips ready, my boy. What you got for us? Will, you still there? I think William maybe might be, you know what I'm saying, back handling some business. You know, he be trying to do multiple things at one time. Sometimes, you know, Will be working, or driving or whatever, but he just try to pop in. But regardless, though, fam, at the end of the day, you look at it, this is just a malpractice of an organization all the way around. Again, I love my Falcons. I love the Falcons. I will never leave the Falcons because I ain't cheering for nobody else. But at the end of the day, we have got to get better. We have got to turn this thing around. You think about it, the Panthers started out 0-2, and now they're in first place. Part of that, we gave them 2 wins.
Bucks lost to the Saints.
Yep, Bucks lost to the Saints. Think about it. Bucks lost to the Saints today. Think about if we were able to take care of business in at least 3 to 4 games like we were supposed to. We would be right there. They're right there for the taking. They're right there for the picking. And can you guys believe that we're heading down the stretch and the Carolina Panthers could win the division?
Can't say I would be surprised though, because they're cool.
Nah, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. But at the end of the day, you got to look at it. Dave Canales, he doing it. He turned them around. He got Short Man Shawty getting out of the doggone car seat. And I ain't gonna lie, he growing up right before our eyes.
Chris, that's what I keep saying though. That is the perfect example. You remember when I said on the show the other day, the reason why Carolina turned it around when they hired Dan Morgan as GM, because let's be real, when the owner first bought that team, he was in the news about punching fans. He was sticking his hand in the draft room and making mistakes because he the one wanted Bryce Young, but Dan Morgan wanted CJ Stroud. But after he feel like he made that mistake, he took a step back. He said, "Hey, I'm not getting in no more. I'm gonna let him do his job." So what does Dan Morgan do? He go out and make key signings. He signed where he drafted one good receiver this year, and Leggett still has to come around. But he's really found a way to get back to the identity of what we know the Carolina Panthers for, and that's defense. So he's trying to slowly build that identity back, and there's nothing wrong with that. And that's the thing with the Atlanta Falcons. What is our identity?
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I do agree with Deanna because I have heard that as well. They did want him out of Carolina, but they got to really be quiet now. They in first place, regardless.
They want him out of Carolina. You know why? You know why they want him out of Carolina? Because the owner made a mistake and drafted that quarterback. So it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. Man. But Aries, before we get out of here, should do it sound that he arrived today. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. They lost the game, and it wasn't his fault. But he arrived today. He arrived today. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shedeur looked really good today. Not gonna
and
lie.
The crazy part about it, whoever don't trade for him this offseason doing themselves a disjustice because they stole Deshaun Watson next year. And since he playing decent this year as a rookie, somebody gonna trade for him at the draft or before the draft. So he'll be somewhere else. Trust me. Yeah, Moody, our identity is 4-9, absolutely. Yeah. Because Raheem the coach. And you only as good as your coach make you.
Yep.
So
worse than last. We gotta win out just to go 8-9. That's crazy.
Again.
I'll say, man, it's just at the end of the day, we are in a results-driven business. Now, no one came out and said that Raheem should be fired. No coach, no personality, nobody from today that I talked to. But from the information that I was gathering from different people just talking about the situation and what's the reality of it all, at the end of the day, what I heard today is so much talent on this team. We are in a results-driven business. Wins do matter. You got to be able to get the team on the same page. You got to be able to coach your stars. You got to be able to execute. Those are all things that I'm hearing from everybody that is not on the Falcons team. So I'm just saying, if we're saying it, if they're saying it, everybody can't be lying. We all saying the same things. Didn't nobody call for no jobs, but they did just speak the facts. Result-driven business. When you don't get results, eventually changes have to be made.
Yep. No doubt about it. But any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Final thoughts are, shoot, man, get ready for Thursday night football. Get ready for we're going to have a preview for you guys. You know, you already know, coming on Tuesday. Divisional matchup on Thursday night. Not sure if Drake is going to play, but the Bucks coming off of a loss. Who knows how that game is going to go because it's divisional. But, you know, we're going to be right here for you guys, as in, with the previews. And we'll be here again with the post game. What, Smitty, think we're going to do something that late night? I don't know.
I'll probably still be up.
Yeah, okay. Well, we may probably end up doing something late night on Thursday for the post game. Rolling right on into Friday.
I'll be up because y'all know I be up bullshit anyway. Because if Raheem get fired at 12 o'clock, I'm going to be on at 12:01.
Man,
I ain't going to even have the title up. I'm going to just turn on the damn screen and start talking.
Just turn it on. Just turn it on. Come up with the title later. I
type the title while I'm talking. Do two things at once. Because some things like some news like that, you just gotta sit here and like go with it. I mean, Raheem Morris should have a damn subscription or a sponsor with Bubba Yum. Much as he got them chew bubble gum. So
I almost forgot. So coaches on the sideline for the Seahawks, like, man, I am so surprised how empty the stadium is. I had to give them a lesson. And they understood by the time I was done. Falcon fans want a winner, and ain't nothing winning about this team right now. I'm not gonna put it on one person. I mean, we can call out individuals and we can say that they were good, they bad, whatever, so the case may be. But overall, the team is bad, the culture is bad, the message is bad.
That's what I was just about to say. When you got a bad aura, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna put a bad product on the field. It's just that simple. And my final thought is, stop the bullshit. Just fire Raheem and get it over with. Because at the end of the day, you just stun your own growth. And next time, hire a veteran and use it to teach these young guys the ropes. Because you went and got them a veteran defensive coordinator and a veteran defensive line coach. And look how that has paid off. So go get a veteran offensive coordinator, a veteran wide receiver coach, and some wide receivers. And watch how it changes. See, you can say your own job, but I don't think your ego will let you do that. That's my final thought. Tell them where to find you.
Hey, man, A1 Forever Sports. Come on over and be a part of the A1 family, man. Like, commenting, and subscribing. Thank you to everybody who is already subscribed. Thank you to everybody who in the future who will be subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Thank you again. Also, Twitter, A1 Forever. Instagram, A1 Forever, and the real A1 Forever on TikTok. I do have to make a quick announcement, though. Moving forward, when it comes to me being at these games and whatnot, due to restrictions that are out of my control and brought to my attention very, very recently, I will be unable to do my stadium pre-games and shorts and everything like I did before. Y'all can probably already imagine what happened, but yeah, so moving forward, I'm just gonna have to figure out something else. I still may do them, but it's definitely not going to be anywhere in or near the stadium, and definitely not after I've already checked in. So yeah, so I mean, if anybody was looking for that this morning, that's the reason why I did not do it and everything. So yeah, it is what it is, but we'll still figure a way.
Let me just be honest about that, bro. Everything's a learning situation, bro. We can't, something we just don't know about, and we just have to learn. Because as we go along in this podcast and this content creation, we learn new stuff every day. Let's just keep it real. And even in real life, you learn new shit every day. So look, it happens. But y'all know where to find me, man. Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube. Also find me at fatboyslim_21 on Twitter. You see it right there up under my face, my avatar. That's where you find me at on Twitter. And I'm always over there blowing that thing up. But again, another tough loss, man, 30-79. I hope that some of these other players get refs this year so they can apply for new jobs, because a lot of these guys won't be here next year. So I just pray that they have a future in the NFL, because in-up front offices cost a lot of these guys their jobs and probably their future, depending on how long they've been in the league. So get ready for another interesting off season, because y'all know I'm going to keep y'all in tune. Me and A1, because that's what we do. But Chris, go ahead and tell everybody where to find you, then we can roll on out.
Oh man, like again, I said, I did tell everybody where they can find me. But I will say this. Hey man, today is pretty much over. It's already passed. Make sure you try to do the best that you can to find your peace so you can have a better Monday, because it's going to be tough, man. I mean, we just got smacked again by the Seahawks for the second straight year, where they put up 30 points on us. And, different quarterback at that and different head coach, but still similar result. So that's tough. That's tough. But
Facts,
at the end of the day, man, we gotta
That's
get
what I'm
over
talking
it.
about. Yeah, you got to find your peace, man. We talk about it every day off, behind the scenes off air. One thing about peace, man, when you find peace in your life, you find a wonderful thing, because ain't nothing like peace. Because when you got peace, everything starts to flow in the right direction. You can, think, more open minded. You can, just feel free, man. And sometimes that's what you need in life, especially with all the chaos and drama that's going on in the world today. So please, like you said, find your peace, man. But for my boy Chris, A1 Forever, this your boy Antoine Smitty Smith. If y'all missed any part of this show, please go check it out. Go hit the like button on the way out, and also hype us up. A1 Forever, Smitty Sports Machine, and we're gonna roll on out, man. Peace.